So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really happy to do this video today because it's going to be a subject I wanted to talk for a long time, which is how to avoid getting banned on Instagram. So I will be talking about many things today, especially how to warm up properly your account. So we're going to be seeing like what's the best way, the best strategy to have an account that's warmed up correctly. I'm going to be talking about how to get your first followers as you're starting an account. So it's really important for beginners to understand that you have to get some followers before starting publishing. It's also linked to the warm-up. I'm going to be also talking about how many accounts per phone you need to create. So you need to understand that with Meta you cannot just have 7 accounts on one phone because now they just shadow ban the whole device. And also I'm going to be talking about why some accounts are most likely to go viral while some others will actually never take off, and what's the best way and the best strategy to in order to decide which one you have to get rid of and which one you're going to keep for the future. So first thing first, you've just made an Instagram account, you're not sure what to actually do with it, so I'm going to show you step by step how to properly warm it up. Alright, first of all, you have to keep in mind that you cannot be making Instagram accounts on computers, like it will allow the system to think you're some kind of bot, so you always want to do it on your phone. Okay, second of all, so you need to understand that you cannot be signing up on Instagram using your phone numbers. So as you're going to be making new accounts every week, it's going to cost you a lot to be getting new numbers every week. So what's one thing I've always done is just using the email sign up techniques, which means that I use a new email for each new of my account, and making a new email account takes about 2 minutes on Outlook, Gmail, and there are many others that you can be using. Okay, so you've just made your account, you have it in front of your eyes, but you're not actually sure what to do with it on the first days. So it's really important that you have to know that during the first 2 days you're not going to be posting anything. These days are just more to warm up the account and show the algorithm what kind of audience you want. So how you're going to do this, basically you're going to be scrolling, you're going to be scrolling about 10 to 15 minutes a day. So what I would recommend is you just go on some OF profile, so just type in Sophie Rain, just look at all her reels for like 10 minutes, and once you do this, after in the explorer page and as you'll be scrolling, you'll be seeing like OF girls. So it's important that once you see these OF girls, you just look at the reels many times. Sometimes you will look and you will just like one like out of 5 reels, and just by doing this the first 2 days for about 10 to 15 minutes, like the algorithm will just understand that you are in this kind of niche. Okay, so now that you've been scrolling for about 2 days, you'll notice that as you keep scrolling, you'll only see OnlyFans girls. So 95% of the content you see on the Explorer page and as you scroll should be OnlyFans girls or maybe AI OFM girls that are in the language that you chose the market for. So if you're doing English market, you're going to see only OnlyFans girls speaking English. And once you see that, it means that the account is actually pretty much almost warmed up. So what's going to come next is basically you're going to pick a profile picture and you're going to put the link in bio and the bio for your model. So for the link in bio, I've already talked about it on the link tree, so you need to use a link tree or some others type of link that will protect your actual link from Instagram and from getting banned, and the account is actually going to be ready to start posting on. So basically now the mistake that many people have done and keep doing is that they think that okay, the account has been warmed up, I'm going to start posting, and they start complaining for getting no views after that. So you have to understand that first of all, if you're getting no views, there is a reason behind it. So it's either the content is bad, or either the account has been warmed up not correctly, or you do not have enough people that are following you in order to have a good like a good sample of people for the algorithm to help you with it. So what I mean by that is how the algorithm works is that you have to show it what niche you're going to be into. So for us it's going to be OnlyFans girls and AI OFM girls, but you also have to have some kind of sample of people that it's going to show the reels that you're going to post to, and it's going to be kind of like these people, like how they're going to react to the videos you post will make the algorithm decide whether or not the reel is going to go viral. So if you only have 5 people, the sample is too small for the algorithm to understand anything. So you need at least 20 to 30 people in order to post your first video. Alright, so now that I've showed you guys the easiest part of the warm-up, which is actually just to scroll and about 15 minutes a day and look at content in your niche, now I'm going to show you the actual most difficult part, which is going to be bringing 20 to 30 people on the account in private. So without these 20 people, you cannot actually start posting. because it would just be a waste of time, and the algorithm is not going to push your content as much as if you did warm it up with those 20 to 30 people. All right, so first of all, I want you to be conscious that the fact that you actually have to go get those 30 people manually with your phone, it will separate you from about 80 to 90% of the people starting AI OFM. So what most people do, they'll make a model, maybe another one, they'll be satisfied with it, they'll start an Instagram for the model, they'll start posting right away as soon as they created the account, and once they've seen that one, two, three videos haven't gone viral, and they posted pictures as well and they haven't gone viral, they'll just give up on the project. So you need to set yourself apart from this kind of people and follow the right strategy, and be conscious that the first month is not to actually make money, but more to build the acquisition system. So for example, if you open a restaurant, like, you're not going to be selling food as you are building the restaurant. There is no point. Like, who's going to come in, buy it? Well, it's the same with AI OFM. Basically, you have to set yourself, like, set your mind like, okay, this is the first month I'm doing this project, I'm going to give myself 3 months, and during the first months I'm not going to try to make actual money, I'm just building the process for the future and building my good acquisition and good content for my model. So the right way to start, and the best way to actually start, for myself, when I started about a year ago, what I did is I started with 4 accounts. And I started to add one more account every week. So at about 6 months of doing AI OFM, I had already gotten about 10 accounts, which I was posting on every day. And the reason you need multiple accounts, as I said before, is you need multiple sources of traffic. Like organic reels on Instagram is basically free ads that you can get. So the more ads you post, the more money you will make from them. Okay, so basically, for me, the thing that worked the best was using a mix of Threads and Badoo. So I don't know if you've heard about Badoo, but basically it's a dating app which doesn't require as many verification process such as Tinder and Bumble. So basically you can just create an account in 5 minutes, and nobody will ever ask to check for your ID or take a selfie or anything like this. But me personally, it was more Threads that worked the best, because as you know, like, as you're going to be making, let's say, 4 accounts as you are starting, like, you will also have 4 Threads accounts, which are going to be very helpful to get your first followers in private. So why in private? So it's important that you let the 5 to 10 followers, like, you accept them, and then you keep everyone in private, because you need at least 5 to 10 to at least look, I would say, like, credible. So you need a social proof to not stay at 0. But once you have 5 to 10, you can just put yourself in private and just let them in the asking follow, like the request, so they don't leave. Because if they just go follow you and they ask for the request, they'll just forget about it, and then they'll never leave until you accept them. Okay, so basically what you'll do via Threads is pretty easy. So let's say you have 4 accounts at the beginning, Instagram account and 4 Threads accounts. So you want to push account A, B, C, D. Okay, so you want 20 followers on account A, then you can start actually posting reels on it. Then you want 20 followers on account B, then you can start posting on it. So what you'll do is you will not push them all, like, all together, but one by one, so you can start posting as soon as possible. And basically what you're going to use the help for Thread for is that you're going to go on the feed, on the Explorer page on Threads, and basically all you're going to see is only 5 girls posting. So you want to target those girls who have been posting, like, in the past 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, and you want also to have, like, at least hundreds of comments on it. And basically you're going to target, like, white male who have been commenting, and you'll just reply to their comments selectively, one by one. So you reply to their comments, you just say, let's say, like, this guy is named Bobby, he commented, you'll just say, hey Bobby, you seem like a nice guy, are you still here, or is it too late for us to talk? Can you message me on Instagram? So you write something like that, and if you do, let's say, 10 people like this, 3 will go on Instagram. So that's how you get your first 20 followers. So you need to keep in mind that you cannot be doing this on the same Thread account. I would say only 20 comments per day per account. So if you have 4 accounts, that's 80 comments a day. If on those 80 comments you do not have at least 15 people going to Instagram, there is an issue. So what I used to do is I used to make a actual keyboard shortcut. So when I would write Insta1, it would just comment, hey, you, I've seen that you've commented recently. Are you still available to talk? I'm kind of bored right now. Can you message me on Instagram? Here is my Insta, dot, dot. And you write the Insta. Never put a link because it's going to get you banned. Just write the Insta and precise, this is my Insta. So this way he can just like look it up and follow you. So by using this technique, I would very recommend for you to have actual shortcut on the keyboards, because it's going to make you earn like so much time doing this. It will just be a normal task that you can do anywhere, like in the bus, on the metro, like whatever you want to do. So you'll just go like Insta 1, Insta 2, Insta 3, Insta 4, Insta 5. I would always recommend to use the actual name of the person who commented, because it makes it more personal. The way you approach him, it's just more natural, and there is a more like higher percentage of conversion while you use his name. So always do that. You cannot set that up in the shortcut, but you can just manually writing it, and just keep doing this. So what I would suggest, you have 4 threads account. You'll do 10 in the morning for account A, 10 account B, 10 account C, and you always push them to the account A on Instagram. So I don't know if you know what I mean by this. So basically, as I said, there's no point in just pushing all the Instagram accounts all at once, because you want to start posting as soon as possible. So basically, all 4 threads account, at first they're going to be pushing account A. So it doesn't matter which account it's linked to, like you're going to write the actual username of the Instagram, so you do not have to like match the actual account to push them. So what I mean by that is, you just push Instagram A until you have 20-30 followers in the request. Finally, the last technique, so using Badoo. So this worked a lot for me too. It will just like it can get you banned easily on Badoo, so you need to do it smoothly and not act like an actual bot. But once you have your account ready and it's going like great, you can get 50 followers in an hour with this technique. So basically what you'll do is, you'll go on Badoo, you'll make a profile for your model, and you'll start matching like pretty much 70% of the people. So you don't have to like actually pick them, you just like swipe and choose about 70% of the people. The reason is 70% is because if you match all of them, you'll get banned quickly. But basically, with the match that you get, you'll just talk to these people about 3 to 4 messages, and once you feel like it's the right time to send them to your Instagram, you just send them to your Instagram. So basically what I used to do, as I was saying, I was doing shortcuts also. So I had like shortcuts saying, hey, you, where are you from, what did you specifically like about me, what's the reason you like me. Then you'll just explain himself, and then you'll just say like, okay, me, I was in a pretty toxic relationship for about 5 years. I've just like, social media is pretty new to me, like I was not allowed to have social media. I'm so happy, I feel free right now, so I wanted to see what people look like on this app. Then you'll say blah 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 blah, and then after 4 message you can just say, okay, do you mind if we go talk on Instagram, because I don't actually like really use this app, plus I've like deactivated the notification for it, and I actually want to move to Instagram. Is it possible? You can just follow me. This is my Instagram. So if you do this, about 60% of them will actually go to your Instagram and try to follow you. So it might seem like it's a long time to do so, but when you actually set it up with shortcuts, it's always the same. You always lead the conversation, and they actually always end up going to follow you on Instagram. Okay, so finally, guys, I'm gonna be showing you like one thing that most people do not talk about, is how Instagram actually works, and why do you think sometimes you're doing bad with good content and sometimes you're doing good with bad content. So the reason behind this is that Instagram, you have to see it kind of like the lottery. So some accounts are made to actually go super viral, like million followers potential, and some accounts are just not. And I've just seen it and I've just understood it, because myself, I've created more than about 200 accounts in 1 year, which means that I've tried so many times and I've tasted so many times in different countries, different Wi-Fi, different SIM cards, different process, everything. I've tried it, and I've just come to the conclusion that some accounts, they're just made to go super viral, while some others are just not, with the same content that you're going to put on both of them. So this way, what you need to do to avoid playing the lottery, because we're not doing like a chance or a luck business, we actually want to push this to the max. So the thing you need to do is just filter as much as possible, and just decide which accounts are best to keep and which accounts are best to just remove. Okay guys, so I wanted to share my screen to show you more about the acquisition process and the right mindset to have in order to have the good strategy and the good logistic behind the Instagram accounts. So basically, let's say you start with 2 phones with 4 accounts on each, like we said before. So out of those 4 accounts, there is a good chance that only one of them is going to be like a good perfect account that is tend to go viral, and 3 of them are just trash and you want to get rid of. So maybe when you start, like, you want to keep only the good accounts and the average accounts, but those accounts that you post and see that are not like making thousands of views, like they are averaging like 100 views, 500 views, they are bad accounts, and you would rather want to replace them than just keeping them forever and the account is burnt already. So basically what you'll do is, as you're posting, so I would recommend to wait about 10 days. After 10 days posting 2 videos a day on each account, you're going to see clearly which account is working and clearly which one is slow. And you're just going to be posting the same content. It's just not going to be on the same day, but it's so easy to spot the good accounts because you're like, okay, I'm making this content, I'm posting it, it's going viral. The next day I'm posting the same content on an account with the same amount of followers and it's not going viral. So this might mean that some account is bad and some other account is better than this one, for example. So the goal is, as you go through the weeks, then you're going to get rid of the accounts, replace them by new ones, and the goal is to actually end up with all win accounts. So when you have all wins account, like maybe this account will reach 100,000 followers, maybe this one will reach 50,000 followers, maybe this one is a 10,000 followers, and as you only have winning accounts, posting 2 reels a day on these accounts will get you lots and lots of views. And as I've said in my previous video, if you make about 100,000 views a day, that's about 10k profit a month in result. So if you only have win accounts and you post 2 reels a day, that's not 100,000 views a day you're going to make. It's more like 200, 300,000 views every day. So with a good chatting process behind it, good chatter, good logistic, that's basically free money for you. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I hope I was being helpful on how to avoid getting banned on Instagram and what's the best way to actually warm up your account in this particular niche of AI OFM. So if I wasn't very clear and you still have some doubts and some question you might want to ask me, I invite you to follow me on Instagram and just send me a message for any potential question that you have. And you can also follow the YouTube channel for more videos to come. So I'm going to try to be making multiple videos every month and share as much knowledge as possible. Thank you, guys.